What's up, everybody? I'm coming to you from the one and only Vasa Gym here in Utah. I'm in the Lehigh Club today, and there's just something on my mind that I really wanted to talk about. Couldn't stop thinking about it, so I figured while I'm doing my cardio, I'm doing the incline cardio day where I just got to keep my heart rate over 150. And I wanted to talk to you about inflation. Not the inflation that everybody thinks about when they talk about the economy, but the inflation that is devastating across businesses, which is title inflation. I want to give everybody my own point of view as you're picking titles for your companies. Why it's important to use appropriate titles with every stage of the business. Oftentimes you're coming in, you're an early stage founder, you need somebody who's going to go be your first sales rep. That's not your VP of sales. If you anticipate that they are going to be leading, call them your head of sales if you want to. Don't call them your VP of sales. An individual contributor that over the next year might start leading one or two reps that are mostly small average deal sizes, that's not a VP. They're also not a director. They're also not a manager. They are a team lead, which is a player coach, assuming you're gonna have them go and manage individuals and carry a personal bag. So anyway, that's something that's really on my mind. Let me tell you why it matters. You're gonna end up growing, assuming you succeed. Then you're gonna actually need to hire a pure manager. You might promote from within and promote that individual that was a player coach to a pure leader, or you might hire from the outside. If you gave them the title of manager, which to me means they are so good at people leading, you would not want to have them working individual contributor responsibilities, because where they are most skilled is at inspiring, motivating, and bringing to pass what's possible across the team. Whew. Sorry, I'm a little out of breath. But anyway, that's a manager. If you hire them as a manager, but you call them a director, and then all of a sudden you get to the point where it's like, whoa, we're gonna need lots of teams to be managed. That's what a director does. They're so good at leading leaders, you wouldn't want them leading individual contributors. Now, there's a small exception to this. If you work monster-sized deals, it's still reasonable to have a director of sales be somebody that only manages a team of very senior enterprise reps. All of them have at least $1 million ARR quota. If it's in hardware, or if it's in a services business, you're looking at several $1 million of quota per person. Then you can have a director frontline managing. But other than that, a director manages managers. They're so good at that, in fact, at picking the right leaders to run the business. That's what you want them to do. But if you've already hired your first sales rep and you call them your director of sales, and then you need to go hire a director of sales later on, there's gonna be conflict. They're gonna ask you, why is it that you're hiring somebody? I thought that was my job. They're gonna say, no, I hired you to be a team lead. Well, then why didn't you put that on my title? That problem will come. All you do is kick the can down the road to deal with later. Same thing with VP. A VP is somebody so talented that you would only have them managing directors, because they now know how to go run the entire strategy for a broad and reach scope of responsibility. And that's the same, whether that is in sales, whether that's in marketing, whether that is in customer success, whether that's in engineering. It doesn't matter. The scope of responsibility matters, and when you give somebody the wrong title too early, they're gonna go look online and they're gonna Google, what does a director of marketing make in the city of Boston? And they're gonna go look, and they're probably gonna see they're paid way less than a director. And they're gonna come to you and say, directors of sales make this, because they're comparing their title to an industry norm where a director manages managers. Don't get yourself in that pickle. Do the right thing from the beginning. Be honest with the individual. Then if you say, well, they won't accept the job unless they get a director title or a VP title, I'm telling you, that's the wrong person. Don't hire them.